Hey, it's James from podcast.co. Thanks very much for taking the time to look at this quick presentation that we've put together for you. I just wanted to talk through the offer and just give you a little bit more details about how it works and really how it can save you a lot of time whilst delivering maximum results. And this is something that I first trialed earlier in the year. Is working really well for me. Since then, we've had a lot of people come to us, the likes of public speakers, CEOs, VCs, all kinds of people in business, and ask how they can do this sort of stuff for their own personal brand. So really the point of this is you're not just recording a podcast, but you're really creating a cross-channel campaign. So you're creating content for the likes of Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, plus also pushing it out to the various different podcast platforms. The great thing about podcasting is, we can distribute your episode and it can be on iTunes or Apple Podcasts as it's now known, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and we can have that done for you tomorrow if you like. It's a really quick and efficient way of getting your media out to a very broad range of people. The idea is you create 6-part podcast, and from this you have 48 pieces of original content, which can then be put into something like Buffer or Later.com and scheduled to go out over a time period on your social media channels. So obviously you don't have to use all of this content. You can pick and choose which ones you think are best, but ultimately just from recording 6 episodes and from quite a small time investment, you can record each episode, generally speaking, within an hour, sometimes a little bit less. You can do this in a block, so you might want to have a day where you speak to 6 different guests, interview 6 people, 6 hours of your time, or you might want to say do two blocks of 3 hours. Or you can record 6 episodes across different weeks. It doesn't really matter how you do it. The point of the matter is you're not having to invest much time, but you are creating a lot of content which you can push out and really will help kind of grow your personal brand and give you further reach. So I just want to talk you the way through this works. So obviously initially you start with your 6 podcast episodes. We can work with you to find guests, or you can give us a list of people who you think you'd be interested in speaking to. But what we'll do is we'll go out and find people who have got interesting stories, interesting things to say. Quite often they've got books, or they might have, they're trying to push their own brand. But it'll be thought leaders in your industry or in industries that are connected to you. Or it could be people that you want as customers. Like ultimately, podcasts are a great way to build rapport with people. And once you've spoken to someone at length about what they do for an hour, generally speaking, you've got a pretty good foot in the door then. So there's multiple benefits to doing this. Once you've recorded your interviews, we then edit them. We kind of put the backing music and intro and outro and make them sound super slick. And then we will push them out on every platform going, so Apple Podcasts, Spotify, etc. And also we can give you players that you can actually embed on your own website or your own blog, so your own customers or prospects can listen to the podcast episode. Once those 6 episodes have been recorded, we then turn them into YouTube videos. So whether or not you've already got a YouTube channel, each episode will kind of gain further traction through search traffic on the video network, which is YouTube, but you can also publish it to things like LinkedIn and Facebook. And these will be full-length episodes. So each episode will generally be, say, between 20 and 40 minutes long. So you'll have 6 videos at that kind of length, and it's just another way of engaging with people. We'll also create what is known as audiogram clips, and what we tend to recommend is creating a couple for each episode. And these are almost like sound bites. If you're talking to someone and they come up with something like a particular aha moment or something that's really beneficial to your audience, we'll cut that into a 30 second clip, 30 to 60 seconds thereabouts, and turn them into a little square video with animated text. So as people are flicking through the Instagram feed, they can actually see the text, because obviously by default videos are muted. And it's really good for increasing engagement on Twitter and Instagram and platforms like that. Next up, we turn each episode into text. And what we'll do is we'll use AI to transcribe the entire episode, which is like computer listens and turns it into text. And then we send it out to an editor, so it's effectively a polished final result, because sometimes AI gets certain words wrong. And this is great for publishing content on your website, your blog, or you can push it out even as things like LinkedIn articles as well. So from this, we're already getting a whole bunch of different assets that you can use on different channels to promote your own personal brand. Next up, we'll take a few quotes from each episode and we'll put these in a text file. So again, you're not spending time trying to come up with interesting things. These kind of aha moments, like I said before, we'll take them out, extract them, put them into posts. So all you have to do is copy and paste them onto LinkedIn or copy and paste them onto Twitter, and you've immediately got really good engaging and comment-worthy content that you can send out to your audience. The whole process is designed to be as hands-off as possible. Obviously, you do need some involvement in terms of, all I'm asking you to do really is commit sort of up to about 6 hours of your time to actually speak to some really interesting people, which has its own benefits, as I said before. But our team will take care of the whole process. We've got the interview process refined. We can give you lots of predetermined questions, stuff to get the conversation going. So even if you're not like a natural born interviewer, all you've really got to do is follow the template. And we know that by doing this, because we've tried and tested it and it's been refined, working with clients on this kind of stuff over the past 10 years, that it's going to get people's attention and it's going to get the conversation going and ultimately give you a really good interview. Then going on to sort of pre-production recording, we'll schedule everything for you, so you don't have to worry about taking care of your diary. We'll give you exactly who you're talking to, when and where you need to be. Again, if you want to do the interviews from home, sometimes you might be speaking to people on the other side of the world. We'll take care of all of that for you, show you how to get set up and make sure that you get decent sounding results. Once it's recorded, our team will then work on editing the episodes and creating really, as I say, listenable and succinct interviews. So we'll kind of cut out the sort of stuff that maybe isn't that interesting. We'll make sure that what you've got is a polished end result. And then finally, we'll create all these assets that I've just mentioned, all of this stuff here, and we'll give all of that to you ready to publish. We can even help you there with automated distribution. If you perhaps are spending a lot of time, posting tweets manually, we can show you how to automate all that and include that as part of the service. And that is in a nutshell how this works. As I say, we're not asking you to spend a lot of time doing this. It's really just a case of sitting down for a few hours, talking to some fascinating people, and from this will help grow your personal brand and build more results for your business, ultimately grow your own image, as well as hopefully open the doors to some interesting people. Thanks very much for watching, and if you're interested in taking this to the next step, please get in touch with Mike or David, and they'll be glad to talk to you in more detail. If you've got any questions, feel free to reach out to us.